Well, to begin with, I will say that I born in Cuba during the revolution time, 1958, and the influence I got from Cuba, all my teachers, or the people who I did like it, and has been studying in New York, and they were quite influenced by the modern abstract expressionism from the United States. When the revolution began, things got stuck, and the non-figuration movement went on the ground, and the more figurative movement went into the front line. And I remember Cuba was a communist place, 1959. Then I was moving between the pop culture or the image of the revolution, the iconography political revolutionary with the Che Guevara, some influenced by Russia, and another kind of artist who I discovered who was like that kind of non-figuration, very well influenced by the Kooning. I was very impressed with Roberto Mata on the American 1950 movement of the non-figuration art. And this was the first time I just got engaged with that kind of non-figuration, and I still practice it today, and it's one of my points of reference here. I will show you to have it. It's oil, we mix a media, acrylic, oil pastel, metals, throw everything I could there. I want to create some kind of very kind of patina, time patina, how you have in Havana on the street when you're walking and it's raining and the sun is burning the painting, crackling down, and kind of very romantic, kind of retro idea. Then something has been stopped in the time machine. First one. Then you see some of the bottom of the image is in pastels with kind of Italian and caustic art technique I learned from reading book about Michelangelo and mural and creating kind of uneven texture. I like texture when I'm working with, and then as you go up into the landscape, into the top of the frame, you will see that is more like a watercolor, traditional oil technique, mixture with watercolor, and to create some kind of depth of the field. And that is one of my favorite way to begin a painting. Even when I see a blank canvas in my head, this is what I see. The other thing I do is to see the maximum of my work. I turn the painting the other way around. You see, now it's complete another picture and probably looking much better than was before. It's another the same landscape, but it's very fascinating for me to prove the equilibrium of the left hand with the right hand side, and to see I'm happy with the process or with the step I'm doing. I'm not looking for anything, just I'm looking for some kind of visceral sensation that I'm happy with what I'm looking at. That could be changed into another kind of work, but it's mainly the step or my point of reference how I do work. Hello, yeah, again. Today I feel like talking a little bit about the amount of diversity who go into the art contemporary today. It's give me the sensation that the dissolution of the boundary of what people understand by classical art has been dissolved. But I go to different exhibitions and see art biennale around the planet, and everybody's busy working hard trying to be different, and it's very sad, because it's depressing to see people who say, well, if you are not unique, if you are not good, if you are not original, or you don't look like producing contemporary art, you are not an artist. I think it's a betrayal of the honesty, it's a betrayal of the talent that is inherited in human being, and everybody is desperate, inventing stuff, looking here and looking in there. It's like a plague, or trying to be a modern contemporary artist, and people stopping. They are embarrassed to do a painting, or to do a drawing, or to do a line, you could look like a classical artist. And I think it's very sad. But if you are a young person, I recommend it. You could do anything you like. But before, in my own experience, I like to draw. To draw a line in black and white. And whatever I do filming and painting, music, I play piano, I play drum, and even when I play music, I could see in my head the music as I draw in a piece of paper. Don't be fooled, and don't be too concerned about the amount of diversity of specific people want to be a modern contemporary avant-garde artist. You get there if you get there, but you have to do whatever you want to do first. And because into me there is a lot of pressure for a young art student who want to be like Damien Hirst, or Tracy Emin, or Joseph Boy, or Ansel Kiefer, and so on and so on. And I think it's very sad. I think you should be honest with yourself. If you becoming a contemporary conceptual artist or minimal, that is a matter of the journey you get. But if you try to limit yourself because you want to look you just has been nominated for the Turner Prize, or you want to be nominated for the Mundi Prize in Cardiff, I think it's a very sad idea. I do recommend just drawing for pleasure, because it's a marvelous thing. You could have an idea and you tell it to your arm, and your arm have a cheap piece of paper and blank surface and draw. That is the basis where everything began for me. I hope you will take some of these advice you think will be good for you. This is why I recommend drawing every day, a single line drawing. Thank you very much.